Alright, welcome back. So now we're going to be looking at exactly what a terminating decimal is and a recurring decimal is, and how to convert between fractions and decimals, and ultimately discover whether or not something is recurring or terminating. So let's get started with A. We are asked to convert the following fractions to decimals. So we have 2 over 5. And we're aware that ultimately a fraction is just an unresolved division problem. So if we were to convert this into a division problem and solve, then ultimately we could see what this would look like as a decimal. Now we know 5 doesn't go into 2, so we can put our 0 and our decimal place up top. Now we're asked, does 5 go into 20? Yes, it does 4 times. So the decimal value for this fraction is 0.4. And that makes sense because I can create an equivalent fraction from 2 over 5 by timesing both parts by 2, and that'll be 4 over 10. And for those of you who are aware, this particular placeholder or point is our tenths column in our decimal places. Alright, let's look at B. So for B, we have 3 over 8, and 3 over 8 can be written as a division problem. How many times does 8 go into 3? Well, it doesn't, so put a 0 and a decimal place, and we'll do the same down the bottom. And we'll ask, how many times does 8 go into 30? Well, 8 goes into 30 3 times, and we have a remainder 6. How many times does 8 go into 60? It goes in there 7 times for a value of 56, with a remainder of 4. How many times does 8 go into 40? It goes into 45 times. So the result here is 0.375. Okay, let's look at C. So for C, we have 4 over 25. And 4 over 25, let's just express that as a fraction problem. So 25 into 4. Now, 25 doesn't go into 4, so we can write this as a decimal number. Write this as remainder 40, 25 into 40. Well, that will only go one time, and then we'll have a remainder of 15. So 25, how many times does it go into 150? It goes into that 6 times. So this is 0.16. Okay, here are a few for you guys to practice, so give the video a pause, give them a go, and then I will solve them. Alright, let's get going. So, let's start with D. So for D, we had 9 over 10. Now, we can do this as a division problem. It's quite easy to just convert it directly to a decimal, but let's solve for it. So we've got 10. How many times does 10 go into 9? Well, 0. How many times does it go into 90? 9 times. So this is 0.9. For E, we have 6 over 20. Put the denominator out the front. Put the 6 underneath. How many times does 20 go in 6? It doesn't. How many times does 20 go into 60? It goes in there 3 times. So this is equal to 0.3. Okay, let's do F. So F, we have 5 out of 16. 16 out the front. Then we put our 5 down here. 16 into 5 does not go. 16 into 50 goes 3 times, so 3 times 10 is 30, plus 18 is going to be 48 with a remainder of 2. 16 into 20 goes once, with a remainder of 4. 16 into 40 goes twice, with a remainder of 8, and 16 into 80 goes 5 times. So the answer is 0.3125. Alright, that's it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.